asked you guys what your craziest Pokemon Legends ZA theories are, and here are the results. These are the craziest Legends ZA theories that you guys came up with. So we got about 60 comments here, and I'm with Nintendo. Link to him in the description down below.
Everybody, make sure you go check out my channel. Link is in the description.
So here's the most liked one.
On top. Okay.
The antagonist uses violence against Pokemon, including blank violence, don't want to get demonetized, and ends up being a huge take that at Power. Okay, now that actually is
that's
a crazy theory
take that we've seen.
I don't know about that. I don't think that's gonna happen, but shoot, I mean, we don't have the game out yet. We could still totally get this.
That's a crazy hot take, man. I don't think that's gonna happen, bro. I don't think blank and Pokemon will ever be in the same sentence officially, dude.
Oh my gosh. He said, I know it's not gonna be real, but I think there are outside areas that Lumio City that are playable. I know I did not read that right. I don't know what's wrong with me. In the trailers, we could see open areas, and I feel they are playable. Check it out. I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't be surprised. I low-key do think we will see some other playable areas outside the map or in a DLC. I brought up the idea of like a DLC that could bring us like a different area to play outside of the map, maybe like 6 months after the game comes out. What do you think, bro?
Yeah, dude, I could see that happening. Like, I don't know, man, because I've said the whole time, it's going to be hard to see how they would just keep the whole game in one city. Like, I know the city's going to be huge, but it feels pretty limiting, especially for, like, Kalos. There's a lot of cool spots that we should be able to go back to, I think.
Yeah, and I feel like, bro, I feel like the map is going to be like the same size as maybe the Scarlet and Violet map. Maybe a little smaller, probably a little smaller because it's a Legends game, not a brand new like generation of Pokemon. But I feel like the map's going to be pretty big, and the wild areas are hopefully going to be big. And what I'm thinking is, like, if you guys played the Blueberry Academy DLC, with Blueberry Academy, that was pretty big. Like, the whole underwater, like, dome is pretty big. So I'm wondering if there's going to be something like that within this game, like at least that size of a wild zone. But I guess we're gonna see. Next up, somebody said Emma is the villain. Basically, she's the president of the International Police, and she's smart, so hear me out. She's also battling the player on the cover art. That could be it. That could be true. Maybe Emma is the villain. I kind of would hope not, but that would be an interesting like plot right there, because Emma, you know, we haven't seen Emma, I don't think, at least since X and Y, and she's like, you know, the silent kind of like, you know, good person, I guess I'll say. I don't really know what a better way to describe her is. I could definitely see her being a villain in this game, or maybe like being brainwashed or something like by Quasartico, but I kind of hope not. I feel like the battle art in the cover art battle is hopefully just kind of like a cool scene. Like, I hope it's not anything that means that she's a bad person, I guess, or a villain.
Yeah, dude, honestly, I'm not even sure, man, because I don't, was Emma in X and Y?
Yeah, she was in like the Detective Looker stuff. Like, she basically took over Detective Looker's role.
Oh, okay.
And Looker Bennett has been in so many Pokemon games, by the way. It's crazy.
Dude, it's funny. I don't remember Emma whatsoever, so I'm not really sure if she'll be the villain, but dude, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's more likely that like Quasartico is gonna be the villains of the game.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think so too. Or
maybe it'll be like a situation like Sun and Moon, where like the Aether Foundation and Team Skull are like both kind of the antagonists of the game, you know, but like in different ways.
Yeah, dude, what's interesting too is I feel like Team Flare is going to be such a small part of this game. I think they're going to be like the first team that we see, and then we're just going to beat them really quickly, because the rumors and leaks were saying that they're going to be out of be in a food truck or something like that. So that makes me think like, okay, that's not like anything serious. So I feel like Team Flare is going to be in the game, but they're not going to really be a big part as far as like the overall entire storyline. A new Eeveelution, I think, dude, it's totally possible. I thought we were going to get one when we got the first trailer, because, dude, first of all, X and Y were the last games that we got a new Eeveelution, which X and Y are the games from, you know, the Kalos region, which ZA is in the Kalos region as well. So I'm like, dude, we have to be getting a new Eeveelution, although I feel like they're saving it for Gen 10. I think Generation 10 is going to bring us 3 or 2 new Eeveelutions.
Yeah, dude, I've posted like 4 videos now talking about new Eeveelutions, because my theory was the whole time that because like every time that we've got new Eeveelutions besides Kalos, right, it's been 2 each time. So like,
yeah, totally.
You know, Umbreon and Espeon, and then Glaceon and Leafeon, and then but with those duos, right, like one of them is super effective against the other one, in both of them. I think that with Sylveon, it makes sense to give us a Dragon type in Kalos, since that's the last region that we got a new one in, because the Dragon type would be weak to the Fairy type. It's the last special type that doesn't have an evolution, because all the other evolution typings are considered like special. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I think dragon type would make sense, but broke that a long time ago. Maybe they'd give us like a steel type or a poison type, but I think that any would make sense to give us, honestly, just based on that.
Yeah, I mean, there are so many different typings too. I feel like, dude, we have to be getting an evolution for at least Generation 10. I mean, dude, the fans want an evolution. I want an evolution. I'm pretty sure, I don't think I've seen a single comment that said, I don't want an evolution for ZA. It would be, dude, it'd be perfect. I hope we do get one, but it's probably unlikely, but I hope so. This one has some replies. So he said the starter is getting split evolutions, one for Mega and one for regional variants, or just a Mega regional variant. That could be cool. I guess, yeah, that would be actually kind of neat. And then just kind of, yeah, they're just kind of talking to each other. But that would be kind of a cool idea. I really was hoping the ZA starters would be getting regional variants over Mega Evolutions, but...
So he's saying, like, so, like, we'd get to choose one or the other kind of thing?
I guess so. That would be kind of interesting. That would be a cool
Yeah,
concept, I think.
Yeah, so, like, you got to choose if you want, like, a Colossian Meganium, or if you want to just evolve to normal Meganium and then have it Mega Evolve, but the
Exactly, yeah.
regional variant can't Mega Evolve. The only thing that I guess wouldn't make sense with that is, like, obviously the regional variant would be a lot weaker than the Mega, so it's kind of, I don't know how I feel about that one.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be cool,
I just
though.
don't see what the point of, I don't see what the point of like not choosing the Mega Evolution would be, I guess, unless you like just like the way the regional variant looks or whatever, or maybe
Yeah.
it adds like special typing to it. Maybe, I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, we got somebody from the live stream. He said, I think we will get... Oh, this has 6 likes already? What the heck? That's
Dang.
How the heck does that have 6
Like
likes?
this, dude, people like this guy's theory, man.
Bro, that was 16 minutes ago. That's crazy. I think we will get Xerneas versus Yveltal both in Mega, and your Zygarde 1% will turn into a new Mega 200% form and stop the fight. That's a cool one, dude. I hope we get to see Xerneas and Yveltal at some point in this game, because there are some cool legendaries.
And he's saying that he thinks we're gonna get Mega Xerneas and Mega Yveltal, which that would be
True.
That'd be crazy too. I don't. Those ones weren't in the leaks, but we never know. We never know what could end up being real, man.
Yeah, we gotta see still. I mean, the next Pokemon Presents is in like a little less than a month, so we totally could still be getting a Mega Xerneas and Yveltal. I mean, I don't think it's too far out of the box, to be honest. Like, I could totally see this happening, and I would love to see that. I wonder if Mega Zygarde is gonna be called Mega Zygarde, or if it's gonna be like 200% or like 1000% Zygarde. Like,
Dude,
what do you think?
Yeah, dude, 200% sounds right to me.
I mean,
I feel like 1,000 would be a little too big of a jump, but 200
Yeah.
for sure.
1000% Zygarde would be crazy. I mean, there was that leak of like Zygarde being like a ginormous, like huge Pokemon. So I don't know, maybe it could be 1000% Zygarde. Who knows?
Mega Zygarde was part of the leaks, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Mega Zygarde is
was.
part of the leaks.
Okay, yeah, so I could see it for sure, but dude, maybe they'd give Xerneas and Yveltal some type of like primal form, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they could.
Like
They totally
Primal
could.
Kyogre and Primal Groudon, something like that maybe. And then,
Yeah.
because dude, if you think about it too, right? Rayquaza's the only Mega that doesn't need a Mega Stone to Mega Evolve, so they could kind of make Zygarde the same thing, where it gets like too many cells or something, and then that's how it Mega Evolves, you know?
Yeah, I guess we'll see. It's going to be really interesting to see. I'm excited. There will be another lost legendary Pokemon like Enamorus, but is missing the relative, but is a missing relative to the Aura Trio. It represents the infliction chaos to the ecosystem to counteract Zygarde's order. Ooh, that would be cool. I kind of do hope they do give us a new legendary, because Enamorus, I don't know if you remember, is from Legends Arceus. It's kind of like
I do
Thundurus,
remember, but
Landorus.
what was its like role in that trio, I guess, or quadruplets? I don't know. I don't know what you call that, but yeah, what was its like role in that?
So according to Google, Enamorus is, according to legend, it says, this Pokemon's love gives rise to the budding of fresh life across Hisui, a different guise from its feminine humanoid form. From the clouds, it descends upon those who treat any form of life with disrespect and metes out wrathful, ruthless punishment. Okay, that's crazy.
So it's like I mean, I can see how it fits into the trio then. It's kind of like the nature type of Pokemon, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see. Like, I would totally love to see another legendary with ZA. It's still possible, guys. Like, we still don't know everything.
It's just weird though, bro, because I don't know, man. To you, like do you think that like ZA just feels totally different than Legends Arceus? Like they just seem like they're in totally different universes, even though they're both Pokemon Legends games. Like, I just don't think ZA is going to come anywhere close to Legends Arceus in terms of just everything.
I'm curious because I love Legends Arceus. That's my favorite Switch Pokemon game. However, I'm excited for ZA. I love the Kalos region,
Dude,
so
I'm definitely excited for ZA, but I'm just like, it just seems so like limiting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That's
I
that's
know
kind of
maybe
what I think about it. Like, it just, I hope they prove us wrong with the new trailer that we're gonna get soon.
I hope
But
so too. We're gonna see.
there's
It's
just,
gonna be interesting.
I don't know, man. So far, it literally just looks like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet game, but it looks like a Scarlet and Violet add-on that just takes place in like one freaking city. You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah.
know. It doesn't, to me so far. It just doesn't feel like it's got its own like depth to it yet. But like they're probably gonna prove me wrong. You know what I'm saying?
All right, next one says, oh, this one has 13 likes. Ooh, I disliked it by accident. Whoops. That we will get to obtain Eternal Flower Floette for the first time. This guy says, hopefully it's true. If they're ever going to release it, it's either now or during the X and Y remake. Yeah, I believe that too. We just have to have hopes. Yes, AZ's most beloved Pokemon that he made to love. Oh, gosh.
Well, dude,
Okay.
I mean, I could see that happening, dude. Like, I could see us like, doing some crazy thing in the story, then AZ being like, I think Floette deserves to go on its adventure with you from now on, type of
Exactly,
thing. Like,
bro.
you know what I'm saying, bro? We've had that type of thing happen in so many Pokemon games at this point. Like, dude, do you remember in X and Y when they literally just give us a Mega Lucario for
Yeah.
free?
Oh, yeah.
Like that's not out of the question at all, man.
I could totally see this happening too because I feel like, bro, AZ is such a cool character, but he's also super old. Does he live? He doesn't live forever, does he? I don't think he lives forever. I think he just lives for like an extremely long time, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I can't
To be
remember
honest.
specifically, but maybe something happens to AZ where he's like, bro, I gotta give you Eternal Flower Floyd. Here you go.
Yeah, dude, like it could be anything like that.
Next comment says, we know Kalos is like right next to Paldea, so what if in the game we can go outside of Lumio City and go to Paldea and learn about Paldea's history, and heck, maybe we could even go to see those Paradox Pokemon that were on the book. Oh yeah, true, the book were crazy. Those books were crazy. That Arvin has in a great crater of Paldea, and maybe this game can confirm AZ's machine created the crater of Paldea. Bro, this might be the craziest theory yet because Paldea and Lumios, or not Lumios, Kalos are right next to each other on the map. This is a cool theory, especially with the ginormous crater in Paldea. I think this is totally possible, especially since, Nintendo just mentioned how the graphics are super similar. It's like it almost looks like the exact same game in a way, which, bro, this is, you might be onto something.
Yeah, that's interesting, man. That's very interesting.
He said, my crazy theory is that there will one day be a patch where they will put out so that many people who magically get the game early could possibly get bricked. If that's true, rip the people who accidentally get it early through Amazon. Okay, that's not a game theory.
That's just a copyright theory.
Yeah, dude, I feel like this actually is gonna happen though with people. Like, remember when people were playing Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl early? Like, dude, they were playing
Dude,
that game 2
I
weeks
remember
early.
someone was, dude, I know. I remember people were live streaming like Legends Arceus and Scarlet and Violet like 3 weeks early, man. That was crazy.
Next comment says, I have a lot of theories, but I guess my biggest one is that Zygarde was created by the Ultimate Weapon, and that the Ultimate Weapon was powered by none other than Xerneas and Yveltal. Think, the Lumios, or the Lumios, where the heck did I get the Lumios from? The Ultimate Weapon gave eternal life to AZ and his Floette, but gave death and destruction to everything else. Ooh, okay. It would explain the whole massive power from the Ultimate Weapon, and why Team Flare used one of the legendaries to power the weapon in XY. The weapon seemed weaker, and it... ... I guess I can't see more. Oh, wait. Yeah, I can't see more. Interesting. That's an interesting theory. I actually think that's pretty logical, too. Because the Ultimate Weapon, I feel like we're going to see more lore about that. I think we're going to see more lore about AZ as well. I don't see why not. Especially, like, Zygarde. I would hope to see a lot of lore about Zygarde in this game.
Reading that, I kind of thought, like, why did it just give the eternal life AZ and his Floette, but, like, cause destruction to everything else? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
maybe the theories of AZ possibly being some type of villain would be like credited to that, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, I hope AZ's not no villain.
He's definitely a cool guy, but maybe he was like a villain in the past or something, you know?
Oh gosh, I hope not. My theory is that Looker may be a secret boss battle and we have to go fight it for some reason. That could happen. I could totally see Looker being in this game, by the way. I could totally see him being like maybe post game or just like late game or just maybe even just
Maybe we
randomly
just battle him
throughout
in the ZA Royale thing too.
Yeah, imagine. Dude, that'd be insane. Jet and Vinny will be good guys and not bad at all, though we'll be thinking they are the whole time. The real villain will be someone else, like Tawny or I can never say Urbane. Like Tawny or Urbane, or even AZ possibly. Also, what if Quasartico is investigating Ultra Beasts? That's a good theory, actually, because I was also thinking, like, what if Jet is a good person, and then Vinny, like, her kind of, like, what would you call that, like, right-hand man? What if Vinny's the real villain and, like, taking control of, like, Quasartico at the very end? This could be interesting, but also Ultra Beast. There is that ginormous theory about, like, Necrozma being part of this game, too, which, dude, if you have seen that video, you know what I'm talking about. That video is crazy and totally does make sense. But Urbane and Tawny weren't the leaks saying that they're related to Lysander or something like that? Or, like, we're related to Lysander?
Dude, I swear people were saying that they were, like, Lysander and Jet's kids or something. I don't know, something crazy insane. Like that. I don't think that's true, but you never know. Dude, that would make sense with Quasartico, like, researching the Ultra Beasts, because they do definitely have, like, the Aether Foundation vibes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally.
So, I could see that, man. Dude, imagine it's some crazy plot twist and Jet is, like, Lucamine's mom or something.
Yeah, I guess we'll see, man.
Dude, that's a pretty crazy, that'd be a crazy connection. I doubt that's gonna happen, but...
Somebody said that we'll get the last Zygarde cell when we get to rank A to make Zygarde go into its complete form. I could totally see that happening. I think that's pretty reasonable right there. Somebody else said Emma is the villain once again. Dude, people thinking Emma's the villain? It could be.
Yeah, dude, I'm not sure, to be honest.
Skeleton Pokemon in Catacombs. Ooh, I do hope we get the Catacombs in this game. That'd be really cool. It'd be perfect. I mean, why not? You know what I'm saying? Be a perfect way to get some underground stuff going on.
And that, dude, I mean, they could even like make that the DLC for the game, you know?
Totally, bro. I hope we do be getting a DLC, because we did have the DLC for Arceus. It wasn't like a big DLC, but it was a free DLC. So I would honestly pay for a DLC for ZA if it's good enough. Honestly, I think that'd be pretty cool. AZ is a secret villain at the end, like Volo. Dude, maybe AZ is gonna be a villain. I would
Dude,
hope
see, that's what I mean, bro. That's what I mean. You never know, bro. Maybe he battles us with his Eternal Floette, and it's just like the hardest battle we've ever seen in Pokemon, dude. Imagine.
Dude, no, the hardest battle of Pokemon is the Giratina battle in Legends Arceus. I haven't beat that one yet. I still haven't beat it, guys.
No, but that's what I'm saying though, dude. Imagine they make it even harder than that. Like, dude, you know, Eternal Flower Floette has its own signature move, man, which only legendaries have. So imagine it just like one-shots all our Pokemon.
Dude, that would be insane.
And we have to come up with a crazy strategy to beat it. Like maybe a certain strategy with the Mega Evolutions, and that's like the only way to beat it, you know? That'd be sick.
Yeah, true. That could be too. Another person from the live stream, Mega Evolution is corrupting the timeline. Each time a trainer uses Mega Evolution, they unknowingly fracture time and space. This explains the presence of Paradox Pokemon and Ultra Wormholes. Ooh, yeah, true, because Mega Evolution does give off a lot of, like, I guess, energy, which I'm thinking that the Prism Tower is going to be collecting that energy, but this could be really cool, and it could be, like, a really interesting, like, plot line within this game, too. I actually like that idea a lot.
Dude, when I hear about that, though, all I can think about is Dialga and Palkia, dude.
True, because, I mean, it kind of would make sense, I guess, the last Pokemon game, or Legends game, I mean, being Legends Arceus, you know, with Gen 4.
Dude, you know what I just thought of, man?
What?
What if, all right, the Legends games are like a series, you know what I mean? And they're
like
actually,
a trilogy
like,
or
the
something
stories
like that?
actually tie into each other. And maybe, do you know Primal Dialga?
Of course.
Yeah, dude, so I don't know if you played that Mystery Dungeon game. That's why I was wondering, but
Oh, no, I didn't play
maybe
it.
they can actually incorporate Primal Dialga into like the main core Pokemon series games, right? Or like the mainline games, and give us a Primal Palkia too. Or maybe this fracture causes them to have that form even. I don't know. I'm just coming up with ideas just off the top of my head here, but
yeah, I can't wait to see.
You
That'd
guys
be cool.
can kind of see where I'm going with that.
I could totally see the Legends games just being like a trilogy or something like that. That'd be really cool.
That would be insane, man. Like, and especially thinking about it this way, right? Legends Arceus in the past, Legends EA's in the present. Maybe the next one will be something in the future. You know what I mean?
Probably.
Like, it could be. I would hope that a Gen 5 one would be in the future. If we got a another Legends game, which I'm sure
I think that'd be great. I think it'd be perfect.
I'm sure we're gonna. Celebi have some type of time travel capabilities or something.
Celebi's the time travel Pokemon.
So maybe the next one will be in the future and it'll be Johto themed.
I hope, dude. I swear we're gonna go back to Johto next. I think the next region besides like aside from like the Gen 5 remakes and aside from Generation 10, I think the next region we go to is going to be the Johto region. We haven't been
We
back
haven't
to the
visited
Johto
Johto
region.
since, yeah, like in the longest amount of time out of any region.
All right, next one says AZ in the Great War of Kalos. What if AZ was a playable character or at least a major NPC? Link to Paldea. Kalos and Paldea are geographically close, so there might be a small connection since Paldea is connected to South Kalos. Can I have a shout out and have a shout out for my main, Amber TLOU? Love your vids. Yes, shout out to you, Amber, and thank you for the support. This is a good theory, like I said. Like we mentioned earlier, yeah, I mean, Paldea and Kalos are next to each other. At least they should be next to each other if
Dude,
you know, think about
I
real
was just
life
gonna
maps.
ask, bro.
So.
Do you know if that's like confirmed? Like, have they actually like said that they're?
I don't know if they've confirmed
like canonically.
it, but I think like people have like stitched the maps together. I mean, it just would make sense. You know what I'm saying?
It makes sense, yeah, obviously, but I don't know if they've actually like confirmed that, but I see where people are coming from, obviously.
That Quasarticle will turn against us, mainly Jet, and they reveal they've been the villain the whole time. I totally read that wrong, but it makes sense. But yeah, I could totally see them being the same. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. I know I have the text on screen that I will catch up with donations, but Squirtle Master Kenobi. No way. Bro, that is too kind. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I don't think any game on the Switch has the capability to collect Ultra Beasts. Here's my thought. Jet is looking into Ultra Beasts and through here we will get wormholes to catch Ultra Beasts through. Dude, that's a great theory, especially since we haven't had Ultra Beasts in a game. I don't think we've had Ultra Beasts in a game since the Ultra Beasts, you know what I'm saying? So, I think this is a totally logical theory. I would love to see the Ultra Beasts come back, first of all, like as like a part of the storyline and stuff. They were one of the Ultra Beasts were one of those Pokemon that completely like I overlooked, so I would totally love to see them back. But thank you, Squirtle Master Kenobi, for that $20 super chat, bro. That is way too kind. I really do appreciate it, bro. You're the GOAT, man. Thank you so much, man. I'm late on this, but my theory about the evil team. We've had a lot of evil teams in the past, like Aqua and Magma want to return to the Earth at an earlier stage. When I think about old things in IRL Paris and War, I think of the Catacombs. In the real world, there are tunnels underneath Paris so long and vast that they can fit up to 16 million. Wow, that's crazy. I didn't know they could fit up to that many people. I knew there were catacombs just all throughout Paris, but they were built as a burial ground for the Frankish invasion and today are open to the public. An underground tomb sounds very familiar to what Lysander is trapped in, does it not? The Frankish invasions were spread out, but there were two main attempts. One that was very unsuccessful and one 200 years later where they were very close to victory. Lysander's... Dude, this is a crazy one. Lysander's defeat...
Dude, that's a long theory.
Yeah. Lysander's defeat was second atrocity in Kalos, a region based off of France, but mostly Paris, and it resulted in a large underground chamber that has... that no longer... Oh my gosh, I lost where I am. That no longer guarding whatsoever X and Y post-game. The tunnels don't even have ancient significance to history, though. In 1944, they were essential to the liberation of France. Leakers say you join the evil team and a major cop plot around Looker. What if it's both? What if you, the player, trying to reestablish and redeem Team Flare, sort of like the redeemed Plasma Grunts from BW2, and the old resources from Lysander's grand plan to free Lumios from the real evil? Dude, this is a crazy one. The big businesses from the trailer, legends about Paris always point to nighttime being the time of reckoning and paranormal events. Dude, this is, oh my gosh, this is a good theory. For nighttime, it will be the job of Team Flare and police to stop them from summoning the legendary Pokemon. Okay, that is a crazy in-depth theory that is actually really good and makes actually a lot of sense because apparently Lysander is going to be coming back according to some of the leaks, which, like I said, these are leaks, so, you know, take them with a grain of salt and everything. But that is a good theory, Pandemonium. This totally does make sense, and I really do hope there's a plot or storyline around the catacombs, and I think, you know, like the police stuff with, you know, Detective Looker or like detective stuff would be super awesome as well.
Yeah, dude, I'm just reading the theory back again.
Zygarde has a dark past to why the cores are separated. Long story short, Zygarde was evil and was harming several Pokemon until another legendary, the ANZA, defeats Zygarde with one powerful blow resulting in Zygarde's scattered cores, or whatever they're called. Bro, like you said, what if it's Eternal Flower Floette? Like, what if... I still think the A is gonna be Floette, but a lot of people... there are leaks in that the A is gonna be like a robot. Like, not like a real Pokemon, but like a robot.
Well, dude, what if the Pokemon that the other person mentioned that, like, disturbs the order of like the trio could be the A legendary, you know?
True, bro. It could. It totally could.
All these theories can kind of loop together in certain ways if you get creative, you know?
Okay, but what if AZ becomes a big character and he is going to cook everyone with his aura, but randomly he is allowed the evil team to come back to his hotel to get a room without knowing? The evil team plans out stopping the construction in the city. Also, love your channel and vids. Thank you for the support, bro. That's a good theory. I mean, AZ with the hotel, I do think his hotel is going to be some sort of like base, like hidden undercover, like discreet base. That, you know, obviously I think we're going to be staying in there. But I guess, dude, I can't wait to see AZ with his hotel.
Yeah, dude, I feel like there's got to be some type of significant story plot to the hotel thing, you know? Because it seems kind of random, you know?
Yeah. Oh, Squirtle Master said, imagine A is the new Ultra Beast, and that's how they fit into the game. Ooh,
Oh, I could see that, man. That's a good idea.
Cool. Garbodor will get a Mega because of the
Garbodor.
hints getting a Mega Evolution. Dude, it does. It actually does. That would be insane. Imagine a ginormous bag of trash. Or I guess it wouldn't be ginormous. That would be Gigantamax. A Mega Evolution bag of trash.
Yeah,
Team
dude.
Flare is definitely making a comeback, even though
dumpster.
dude, yeah, literally like a dump truck or something. Rotom dumpster.
No way.
Team Flare is definitely making a comeback, even though a couple of characters seem to be redeemed. Maybe even evolving Emma again. Yeah, I do think Team Flare is going to be in the game, even if it's just a little small, just a small part of Team Flare. Lysander is Vinny. That one's crazy. I don't know. Vinny is pretty thick. He's a pretty built man, and I think a lot short. I think Lysander is also like, you know, like 7 feet tall or however tall AZ is, right? That I can finally get another Steelix in this game without trading. That's a funny one. Okay. What if there were legendary Pokemon? What if there were a legendary I can't talk. What if there were a legendary Pokemon clashes with Xerneas and made a Mega Void transformation gimmick? That one's totally interesting. The A Pokemon in the title is under Lumio's Tower. Yeah, I do think that the A legendary is something to do with the Prism Tower. Like, it could be the Prism Tower. It could be referring to the new Ultimate Weapon. I can't wait to see what the A actually means.
Yeah, dude, there's so many theories about that. It's gonna be interesting for sure.
Someone blanks or something. Dark happens because it's E10 plus. New Zygarde forms and AZ as the villain. Dude, AZ as the villain is a popular one. I never even thought about that really until this video, but yeah, the game is gonna be E10 plus. I was thinking because like the attacks look a little bit more in depth, kind of like more, you know, animated and stuff, but it could be because somebody, you know, blanks. I don't want to say it.
Yeah.
Oh, here we got this guy, Fundore's Clips. Link in the description. He says, Fundore... No, oh my gosh, I can't read.
That's so dumb, bro.
He said, Legends ZA will also be released on the DS Lite. Oh, yo.
Bro.
That's gonna happen. That is going to happen.
Dude, that's the best one we've read so far. Dude, shout out to that Fundores Clips guy, dude.
Dude, he must be
he's
pretty
coming
cool.
Up with some heat right now, bro.
He must be a little handsome, too.
Oh, yeah.
I think AZ will blank, saving us, and we get his Floette. We talked about that earlier, actually. I could totally see that happening. I theorize ZA will be nothing like Legends Arceus. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's...
Yeah, we were kind of just talking about that one, too.
Yeah, I hope
like,
it's a totally different game, but totally in a good way. You know what I mean?
Dude, I just came up with something else that's a little bit crazy.
Yo, tell me your crazy thought.
All right, you know how we were just saying that ZA and Legends Arceus, like the Legends games could be a trilogy, right?
Yeah.
What if the A stands for Arceus?
Dude, I know that was an early on theory when they announced this game. It could be, bro. It totally could be.
Dude, that'd be nuts.
I think they're gonna add a new legendary Mega. Totally could happen. My theory is that another bad money grab disguise is a good idea. Oh no, I don't think so. I think this game definitely looks like they're building it to be a pretty unique Pokemon game. My question is, are the starter Pokemon in ZA going to receive Mega Evolutions or regional forms? Seems like they're going to be getting Mega Evolutions based on the leaks, but I would hope to see some regional forms. We're in the last comment now. There won't be any new Mega Evolutions, just the old ones. That's a totally fair theory, because
it's a possibility for sure.
It's totally a possibility because we don't know. We don't know anything until the official trailer drops, I guess. But anyways, thank you guys so much for all the comments. If you were featured in this video and, you know, commented, thank you so much. Stay tuned for future videos like this. If you enjoyed the longer video just like this one, let me know, because I want to do more stuff like this. Like, this is probably like a 30-minute video, so if you want more longer content like this, let me know. Like, more kind of just fun theory or just topic videos just like this. Make sure to check out Nintendo in the description. Let's try to get him to 12,000 subscribers. He's right around the corner, but hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the post notifications. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Peace.